Stop budgeting. It's keeping you broke. Millionaires never track expenses. They use cash flow mapping to multiply money automatically. And the system you were taught? It was designed to keep you poor. Here's what Wall Street doesn't want you to understand. 78% of Americans who budget end up in the same financial position 5 years later. That's not failure. That's a feature. Traditional budgeting was created during the Great Depression to help people survive, not thrive. It's a scarcity system disguised as financial responsibility. But the wealthy? They never played that game. They discovered that tracking where money went was useless compared to controlling where money goes before it arrives. This is cash flow mapping. And it's the reason a family earning $200,000 can be broke while someone earning $60,000 builds $1 million portfolio. The difference isn't income. It's the invisible system running underneath everything. Keep watching, because what I'm about to show you will make you question everything your parents taught you about money. Let me put this in perspective. Every time you create a budget, you're essentially doing an autopsy on your money. You're examining a corpse. The dollar's already left. You're just documenting the cause of death. But here's where it gets interesting. Cash flow mapping works in the opposite direction. Instead of asking where did my money go, you're commanding where my money will go. This is the fundamental shift. The wealthy don't budget because they pre-allocate. Before a single dollar hits their checking account, they've already determined its destination. Think about that for a second. When your paycheck arrives, you probably see one number and start mentally subtracting bills. But a cash flow mapper sees that paycheck is already divided before it exists. This isn't just semantics. This is the difference between reactive poverty and proactive wealth. If this is clicking for you, drop a like because we're just getting started. The banks really don't want you understanding this next part. The data shows something surprising. Banks make $47 billion annually from overdraft fees and account mismanagement. That's not an accident. That's a business model built on your confusion. Traditional budgeting keeps you in the danger zone. You see your full balance, feel rich for a moment, and spend. Then the bills auto-deduct, and suddenly you're in the red. But here's the thing. Cash flow mapping makes this impossible. The foundation is brutally simple. 4 accounts. That's it. An income hub where all money arrives. An operating account for monthly fixed costs. A lifestyle account for guilt-free spending. And a wealth account that you never touch. But the magic isn't the accounts themselves. It's the automation that connects them. The moment money hits your income hub, pre-programmed transfers immediately distribute. Your wealth account gets funded before you even see the money. Your bills get covered without your involvement. And what lands in lifestyle? That's yours. No guilt. No tracking. No budget. Just freedom within structure. Now here's what most people get completely wrong. They think more income solves money problems. It doesn't. Studies from the Federal Reserve show that households earning over $150,000 have the same savings rate as those earning $50,000. Income doesn't create wealth. Velocity does. And this is where it gets truly fascinating. The wealthy understand something called money velocity. It's how many times a single dollar works for you before it leaves your ecosystem. A budgeter's dollar works once. It comes in, pays a bill, and it's gone. A cash flow mapper's dollar works 3 or 4 times. It arrives in the income hub, earns interest overnight, moves to operations, and pays a bill on a rewards card. That card gives 2% back. The 2% flows to the wealth account. That wealth account is invested and earning dividends. $1. 4 jobs. Same paycheck as the budgeter. Completely different outcome. But the real opportunity is this. You can set this up in a single weekend. But everything I just told you? That's just the setup. Here's where 95% of people fail, and why you might too if you don't hear this. The psychology of budgeting is punishment. Every latte you buy while budgeting comes with guilt. Every meal out feels like failure. Your brain literally associates financial responsibility with pain. And what does the brain avoid? Pain. That's why you abandon budgets. It's not discipline failure. It's survival instinct. Cash flow mapping reverses this completely. When you've pre-allocated your lifestyle account, that $50 dinner isn't a budget breach. It's spending money that was designed to be spent. Zero guilt. Full enjoyment. Your brain starts associating financial responsibility with pleasure and freedom. And this is how you profit from it. When money management feels good, you do it consistently. When you do it consistently, compound interest works. When compound interest works over 20 years, you're a millionaire without ever earning a massive salary. The math doesn't lie. But neither does your psychology. You need both systems aligned. What nobody expected was how simple the wealthy keep their systems. I interviewed 14 millionaires for a project last year. Not one of them knew their monthly grocery spending. Not one. They couldn't tell you what they spent on gas or entertainment. But every single one could tell me exactly how much hit their wealth account every month. Down to the penny. That's the paradigm shift. Traditional financial advice says track everything. Wealthy reality says track only what builds wealth. Ignore everything else. Let me put this in perspective. You have finite mental energy. Every decision depletes it. When you track 30 budget categories, you're spending cognitive resources on whether you overspent $12 on streaming services. That's insane. Cash flow mappers make one decision per month. Did my preset allocations happen? Yes. Done. Mental energy preserved for actually building income. Plot twist. The wealthy aren't more disciplined. They're more strategically lazy. They front-load decisions, and then coast. But wait. There's a better way than even what I just described. The highest level of cash flow mapping includes something called income stacking. Here's how it works. Your primary income funds the 4-account system. But your wealth account doesn't just sit there. It gets deployed into assets that generate their own income. Dividends, interest, rental payments, side business profits. Now you have a secondary income stream. That secondary income gets its own miniature 4-account system. Primary and secondary merge over time. Within 3 to 5 years, your secondary income covers your lifestyle account entirely. Your primary income goes 100% to wealth building. Within 7 to 10 years, your wealth account generates enough that primary income becomes optional. This is financial independence. Not through extreme sacrifice. Through systematic cash flow architecture. What the wealthy do instead of budgeting is they engineer systems that make wealth inevitable. There's no willpower required. No discipline heroics. Just well-designed money plumbing that does the work while you sleep. Now you understand why the wealthy never budget. It's not arrogance. It's architecture. Budgeting is a map of where you've been. Cash flow mapping is a blueprint for where you're going. The entire financial advice industry profits from your confusion. They sell apps, and courses, and coaching on how to track better. But tracking doesn't build wealth. Directing does. Here's your action plan for this weekend. Open 3 additional accounts at your current bank. Set up automatic transfers from your primary to each account. Start with 10% to wealth, 50% to operations, 40% to lifestyle. Adjust the percentages as you learn your actual numbers. Delete your budgeting apps. You won't need them anymore. The system handles everything. In 6 months, you'll know more about your financial future than you ever knew about your financial past. And that's the point. The past is autopsy. The future is architecture. Build yours starting Saturday. That's how you stop giving banks your money, and start directing every dollar with purpose. Subscribe, and tell me what money myths should we bust next. Drop it in the comments because I read every single one. The wealthy don't have secrets. They have systems. Now you have theirs.